Good morning, everyone. In our previous video, we have discussed the topics adaptation for food and adaptation to climate. Now, our today's topic is adaptation for defense. Defense means to protect ourselves or to defend ourselves when being attacked. So, adaptation means the changes that the living things or living beings bring in our body features in order to survive. So, today we are going to study the adaptations, that means the changes which a living being make in order to protect ourselves. So, how do humans protect ourselves when they feel any danger? Yes, they use weapons, their body parts, or the tools like knives, scissors, sticks, and etc. All these things to protect ourselves. But do you think these animals can use those weapons? No. So animals cannot use those weapons to protect ourselves. So they have some special properties which are which they use to defend ourselves. So all the animals need to protect themselves from their enemies and remain unseen to animals they hunt. So what does it mean? That all animals need to protect themselves. हर animal अपने आप को protect करना चाहता है अपने enemies से and remain unseen to animals they hunt. और जिन animals को वो hunt करते हैं अपने food के लिए, they want themselves to be unseen, ताकि वो उनको देख ना पाए and वो easily उनको hunt कर सके, मतलब उनको kill कर सके. So what helps them to remain unseen and protect ourselves from the enemies? It is their skin of the animals. And how the skin of the animals help them is that the color of the skin of animals help them to blend with their surrounding. Means, what does the blend means? It matches with the surrounding, the colors of the surrounding, and make them difficult to be seen. So the color of the skin helps these animals to blend with the surrounding and make it difficult for their enemies and prey to notice them easily. Now there are two terms. One is prey and the other one is predator. But what does predator and prey means? Now predator are the animals which depend on the other animals, means for food especially. Now predators, for example, this polar bear, it kills the fish and eat them. So here the polar bear is predator because it depends upon the other animals for its food, means it kills the other animal to fulfill its needs. So this is predator, and the fishes which the polar bear kills is called prey. Okay. So the color of the skin of those animals matches with the surrounding and make them difficult to be seen. जब वो दिखाई नहीं देते, ना ही अपने predators को, means enemies को, ना ही अपने prey को, means the animal which they want to kill. So it makes them easy to protect ourselves from the enemies and also helps them to catch their prey easily. So this adaptation in skin is called camouflage or color protections, because the color of the animals, the color of the skin of the animals help them to protect ourselves. That's why it is called color protection. Now the example of the animals which have the property of camouflage is polar bear, bear, stick insect, chameleon, and leaf insect, etc. So how these animals matches with their surrounding or blends with their surrounding, let us discuss that. Yes, students, so polar bear is one of the example. So as you can see in this picture, the polar bear is not easily noticeable in its environment, as the color of the polar bear, that is white fur of the polar bear, completely matches with the color of the snow. So this property of the polar bear, that is the adaptation of the skin, helps it to protect itself from the predator or enemies, and helps it to catch its prey easily. Now, one of the example of camouflage is stick insect. As you can see, the stick insect completely looks like a part of the tree, as it looks like a branch. So it is a property of camouflage, as it is not easily noticeable, as it blends itself with the surrounding. Now another example of camouflage is like this butterfly. Butterfly looks like a part of a tree. We can hardly notice it that there is a butterfly sitting on a tree. So this is called camouflage, as it completely blends with the surrounding. And another example of it is stick insect, or sorry, this is leaf insect. As you can see, the insect in this picture, looks completely like a leaf. We cannot easily notice it. So this helps it to कैच इट्स प्रे, मीन्स अगर किसी इंसेक्ट को इसने पकड़ना है तो इट कैन ईजिली कैच इट, बिकॉज ये दिखेगा नहीं, ठीक है. एंड इट कैन ऑल्सो प्रोटेक्ट इट्स फ्रॉम द एनिमीज, एज ये ईजिली विजिबल नहीं है, तो इसे अगर देख नहीं पाएगा तो इसे किल कैसे करेगा, ठीक है. सो these are some of the examples of camouflage. Now, one another example of it is chameleon, which has the ability to change its color of the skin to the color of its environment. As we have seen chameleon, that it changes its color completely on according to the color of its environment. So this property of these animals to uh, help them to protect ourselves, as they cannot easily noticeable, and they feel protected, and they can easily catch its prey with the help of this property. Now, some animals like crabs, tortoise have a hard shell which protect the soft parts of their body. Like, as you can see in the picture of the tortoise, it has a hard shell on its body, which protects it from the any if any other animal attack on it. So this hard shell protect the tortoise, soft part of the tortoise, and if anybody attack on this shell, it cannot harm the tortoise at all. So this property of animals also protect them from the enemies. Some animals have the ability to change the shape and size of their body when attacked by their enemies. कुछ एनिमल्स के पास बेटा प्रॉपर्टी होती है कि वो अपनी शेप और साइज़ को चेंज कर लेते हैं, एंड वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल ऑफ इट इज़ पफर फिश. Puffer fish is the example of the animal which changes its shape when they get attacked. जब पफर फिश को कोई भी शार्क या बिगर फिश अटैक करती है, तो वो अपने अंदर, अपने एब्डोमेन के अंदर बहुत सारा वाटर स्टोर कर लेती है, विच swallows them, मीन्स वो उसको फुला देती है या फिर इन्फ्लेट कर देती है, विच makes the predator टू लूज़ इट्स ग्रैप. बेटा वो उसके ऊपर ग्रिप नहीं बना पाता, और वो उसको ईजिली पकड़ नहीं पाता, तो वो अपने आप को इस तरह से अपने प्रेडेटर से प्रोटेक्ट कर लेती है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज़ अडेप्टेशन एंड बिहेवियर. नाउ when there is a shortage of food or a change in environment, some animals change their mode of living. जब खाने की कमी या शॉर्टेज ऑफ फूड हो जाती है, और या फिर एनवायरनमेंट में चेंज आता है, जैसे विंटर से समर हमारे सीजन्स चेंज होते हैं, सो सम एनिमल्स कैन नॉट live in the same weather, so they change their mode of living. So कैसे चेंज करते हैं? ईदर दे स्लो डाउन देयर एक्टिविटीज़ और दे मूव टू सम सुटेबल हैबिटेट्स। या तो वो अपनी एक्टिविटीज़ को स्लो डाउन कर लेते हैं, ठीक है, या फिर वो एक कुछ जहाँ पे उनको सुटेबल कंडीशंस मिलती हैं वो वहाँ पर शिफ्ट कर जाते हैं। Like in winters, some animals go to sleep for a long period of time in underground caves or burrows. They do not need food at all. बेटा विंटर्स में आपने देखा होगा जैसे कि फ्रॉग्स, स्नेल्स, हेजहॉग, माउस, आपने इन सब एनिमल्स को समर्स में देखा है, लेकिन फ्रॉग्स को यू हार्डली सी एनी फ्रॉग इन विंटर्स। आपने कभी सोचा है कि ऐसा क्यों होता है? बिकॉज इन विंटर्स these animals go for a long sleep, go for a long period of time in their caves or in their burrows. वो एक तरह से सोने के लिए चले जाते हैं for a long period of time, and अगर वो सोने जाते हैं तो they do not need food for that period of time. So अब वो फिर उस टाइम पे कौन सा खाना यूज़ करते हैं? They use their fat दैट हैज़ बिन स्टोर्ड इन देयर बॉडी। जो उनकी बॉडी में फ़ैट स्टोर है, जो कि एक रिजर्व्ड सोर्स होती है हमारी एनर्जी की, वो फैट्स को यूज़ करते हैं फॉर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट, फुलफिल अपनी फूड की रिक्वायरमेंट को पूरा करने के लिए। सो दिस प्रोसेस of winter sleep is called hibernation. The animals which go for sleep in winters for a long period of time is called hibernation. And the example of the animals which hibernate are frogs, snails, hedgehog or mice. Now there are some animals which go for sleep in summers, and that sleep is called estivation. And the animals, कौन से animals जाते हैं estivation के लिए? The animals live in deserts, go for the sleep for a long period of time in summers. और वैसा क्यों करते हैं? आपको पता है कि डेजर्ट्स में पानी की कमी होती है, सो दे डू इट टू सेव द वाटर, बिकॉज उनकी वाटर रिक्वायरमेंट समर्स में पूरी नहीं हो पाती, सो दे स्लो डाउन देयर एक्टिविटीज़, दे गो फॉर स्लीप ड्यूरिंग summers, and the summer sleep is called estivation. The winter sleep is called hibernation and the summer sleep is called estivation. Now other animals move away. ये तो थी बेटा the animals which slow down their activities, but the animals which do not find the environment suitable for their living, they move to some others favorable condition या favorable condition वाले environment में या उस जगह पर shift कर जाते हैं, ठीक है। The other animals move away to the places where the climate is favorable and the food is available easily, along with the condition that is favorable for their reproduction. जो animals उस conditions में नहीं रह पाते जो उनके लिए फेवरेबल नहीं है, दे मूव टू द फेवरेबल क्लाइमेट कंडीशंस एंड टू द प्लेसेस वेयर द फूड इज़ ईजिली अवेलेबल एंड वेयर दे कैन ईजिली गिव बर्थ टू देयर यंग वंस. दिस पीरियोडिक मूवमेंट ऑफ द एनिमल्स is called migration. Why it is called periodic? Because बेटा जब एक जहाँ पर कंडीशंस ठीक नहीं होती, जब वेदर चेंज होता है तो दे मूव टू सम अदर प्लेस, एंड जब वापस उस जगह पर कंडीशंस दोबारा बैक आ जाती हैं, जब सीज़न दोबारा आ जाता है, सो दे मूव अगेन बैक टू दैट प्लेस, दे कम बैक टू दैट प्लेस. सो दिस पीरियोडिक मूवमेंट कि वो पहले चले जाते हैं और फिर वापस आ जाते हैं, ठीक है. सो दिस पीरियोडिक मूवमेंट इज़ कॉल्ड migration. And why they do so? In search of food, in search of favorable climate and the conditions where they can give easily birth to the young ones. So the examples of the animals which migrate, means which move to other places, are salmons, whales and swallows. So these are the examples of the animals which migrate to faraway places during winters and return as it begins to get warmer. जब दोबारा मौसम समर सीज़न आने लगता है और the environment or the conditions changes to warmer, they come back to that place. Now another example of it is monarch butterfly. There is a butterfly which migrates from Mexico to Canada every year. वो मेक्सिको से कनाडा हर साल जाती है एंड ओनली देयर बेबीज़ कम बैक. तो बेबीज़ कम बैक मीन्स वहाँ पर वो जाके अपने बेबीज़ को बर्थ देती हैं. दे गिव बर्थ टू यंग वंस एंड दे डाई देयर एंड ओनली देयर बेबीज़ कम बैक टू दैट प्लेस. मीन्स वो मेक्सिको उसके बेबीज़ वापस आते हैं. So this is for all of the chapter 8 adaptations in animals. So read this chapter and watch the video carefully. Thank you.